So approximately 2 years ago, we kept coming across people who were, saying they were committed to going to treatment, and what would happen was they would say, all right, we'll meet you in the morning, we'll give you a call, and they would never call us, and we would never connect with them and be able to connect them to treatment. So there was this huge disconnect. And so what we found that, no one in the city or even in the state of Ohio has a place where someone can go for the night until they can be connected to a treatment bed. As we started to problem solve and find solutions, we discussed a possible plan of action, and that's how we stumbled on STR. So STR is basically a treatment shelter operated 24/7 by peer support specialists. And what we found is a lot of the men in our recovery housing program are the perfect candidates to run an operation like this.
I was in active addiction for 27 years. The last 12 years was heroin, fentanyl, IV use, and I lost my job, and I was basically robbing and stealing every day to support my habit. I had lost all my friends, my family. I was living on the streets, ended up staying in an abandoned house, and every time I used, I didn't want to be alive anymore. I was hopeless. I met a group of Christian men that saved my life and loved on me when nobody else could, and I couldn't love myself. And now it's the opportunity to give that back to other men. I've seen guys come into STR, they're broken, they're defeated, they have no hope. Here we encourage, we believe in them, we love on them, we show them the way. I've seen them go into treatment and come out of treatment and now have great jobs in college, working in treatment fields, succeeding in life out there to their fullest.
We've been operating STR going on about 1.5 years now, and it's been a tremendous success. We've seen so many lives changed, so many men and women connected to treatment, and a lot of times it's just, finding someone where they're willing to make that change and then capitalizing on that moment and being able to get them into a safe place and then ultimately connect them to treatment.
I actually came from jail, and I knew my life needed to turn around right then and there. Having a drug charge and turning myself in, could not stay with anybody else. I couldn't be trusted. I couldn't even trust myself at the time. I needed to be in a recovery setting, and STR was that first step. I was accepted immediately, welcomed with open arms, and they cared for me when I could not care for myself. As I was in treatment, I was trying to think of places to go. And just because of the fact that STR was so wonderful to me and so vital to my recovery up until then, I made the conscious decision to come back to LIT, because if their program was anything like the STR was, then I knew that was the right place for me. Since I've been at LIT, it's been an amazing experience right from the start. I just got to know people who related to me, who actually cared for me, and they accepted me as a brother in their fellowship. And they just really showed me a new way of life, and they've helped guide me every step of the way.
There's been 325 people connected to treatment through STR, men and women. We have people like Kurt who have went through STR and went to treatment, but then they've also came back and they're at LIT. The goal is to help as many people as we can get from the streets to treatment, to get from their lowest point to the calling that they have on their life.
In the beginning of all this, we had a lot of people say that you'll never make this happen. You'll never be able to provide a resource like STR because of the withdrawal or the funding. And what we found is nobody can stop the will of God. And God has opened so many doors and allowed us to expand our peer mentorship program with the thanks to Easter Seals, and also through a few local grants. Now LIT has many projects going on at this time, including our 4th recovery house. From our women's long-term recovery housing program we're going to launch in the future, and our men's program. There's just going to be a huge impact in this city. We just appreciate all the partners we had from the beginning. We could not do none of this without you. Thank you for believing in the LIT movement, and God bless.